How's it going? It's Ethan here at eTrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look and showing you how to install these Titan diamond pattern snow tire chains on our 2016 Honda Pilot. Diamond style pattern chains like the ones we have here are just going to give you more coverage on a tire. They're going to give you a smoother ride, and they're going to be better at handling turns than say your ladder pattern style, which is just going to be better for starting and stopping. These links are a little bit smaller just to give you again that smoother ride, but they do still have that square shape, which is going to give you that bite into a nice bite into snow and ice, and in general just a better grip. The links themselves are constructed of a manganese-nickel alloy, which is going to give you a nice corrosion and rust and weather resistance. It's going to allow you to use these chains for multiple seasons at a time. Additionally, as you can see, these internal chains are a different color and a different material. They're powder coated to protect your hands in the cold temperatures in the event that you're out in the snow and you're installing these. The touch points and the connections are all different colors as well. The green hook obviously is where you're going to latch your link to get the tires installed. Additionally, this red latch and these hoops connect to this rubber tensioner, which is just going to keep everything secure as you're driving, bumping along on ice and snow. This rubber tensioner is going to do a great job of keeping everything where it needs to be. These chains are SAE Class S certified, which means that if we have a limited wheel well clearance, that they'll work just fine and they're not going to rub up against anything inside there. Additionally, we have it on the front tire of this vehicle as per the owner's manual, but just go ahead and consult that when you get the chains just to make sure that you're putting it on the right tires for you. Also, just wanted to point out the case that these chains come in. They do come two into a pack. If you open up the inside, you can see they have a nice compartment for each set of chains, which I really like. Additionally, it's made of like a durable style mesh plastic, which is going to be able to do a great job of keeping the chains secure and keeping the weather out. The installation process was pretty straightforward. You can go ahead and check out how we did that now. So to start the install, the first thing you're going to want to do is lay your chains out nice and flat, making sure that there's no connections that are caught or any twists in the chains themselves. Then you're going to want to check these hoops in the back, making sure that this flat side is going to be the side that's going to be making contact with your tire, rather than the pointed sides, the connectors on the end. Additionally, just center it as much as possible, find this gap, because that's where the tire itself is going to go. Now, to start the process, I like to use this left side, or left side in our case, just because this tensioner at the end is a little bit longer, and that has a tendency to get stuck more than the other aspects of the chains themselves. So just slide it around, feed it through. Try to make sure, again, that it's as centered as possible. And then we can go ahead and make our first connection around the back here. Just sliding this stud into this catch here. You'll hear that click. And then just go ahead and feed the rest of your chains around. Trying to get as much coverage around the tire as you can, which should give us enough slack down here to make our second connection in the front. Just connect this green hook here with the yellow link on the other side. Just like that. Spread things around again. We can come down to the bottom here, feed our tensioner through this catch at the bottom, trying to pull as much of that out as we can. Then we can feed the tensioner through these loops. There are two of them, depending on the length of the width of your tire. You may or may not use both. We'll try to use both here, and that looks like it's going to work just fine. We go a little bit further across, get as much tension out of that as we can. There you go. That's pretty much it for the install. Relatively straightforward. Just go ahead and install it on the passenger side as well. Roll forward and backwards just a few times to make sure that everything stays secure. Then you're ready to go. Overall, I do like these chains a lot. I like diamond pattern chains, and the self-tensioning is a nice feature. If you were to compare it to anything, I do still kind of prefer the Koenig self-tensioning tire chains. They're also a diamond pattern, but the tensioning system is a little bit more robust, and I think it does a little bit better job. But overall, these Titan diamond style self-tensioning tire chains are going to do a great job, and they're a great fit on the 2016 Honda Pilot.